morning. Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sand Hills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams. Don't forget this course, this program being seen around the world on our live video stream that just fired up. That's available at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link is located on the home page. If you're on your mobile device, YouTube apps will do it for you. Put Mornings with the Leader Man in there. If you're on your mobile device just needing audio, well, there's numerous ways you can get it. You can just tell Alexa, play the WEEB audio stream, and that'll do it. You can also get it with streaming services such as TuneIn, iTunes, Streamer. Just to name a few. Just put WEEB into the search, and if you're on your mobile device, on the website at talk973.com, upper right-hand corner of every page has an icon that says Listen Live. Tap it once, you're listening just that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills, cloudy with periods of drizzle, high of 51. Tonight, well, that's conflicting with what Channel 5 is saying. Let me see. That's right. Tonight, more drizzle, low of 40. I'll take the drizzle. Cloudy with drizzle tomorrow, high of 46. Pure rain tomorrow night, though. Cloudy with chances of rain, periods of it, the low of 43. Sunday, partly cloudy with scattered showers, high around 72. Then for Monday, might be the one, we got 2 days of good weather coming. Monday, mostly sunny with a high of 60, and we'll paste that right on the Tuesday for the same results. Then Wednesday, the rain leaks back in to be partly cloudy with scattered showers, high of 61. Thursday, a nice day, partly cloudy at 59. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are northeast at 8, visibility 3 statute miles, pressure is 3027, dew point 43, humidity 100%. We have some scattered showers right now, 41 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, in the news, we were talking about the report that Chief Timmy wrote a letter to his staff about, and law enforcement, they keep a lot of statistics. Let me first say, I know Chief Timmy fairly well. We've talked many times, and there's no finer man I've ever met. His integrity is impeccable, and the Southern Pines is lucky to have him because he does things that helps truly to bring down crime. And he's not lazy. That's a big thing. And I hope that Southern Pines will keep him happy salary-wise and nobody else can lure him away. I'm sure he likes living here and all that, but, at some point anybody will do anything they say as far as legal things. And somebody offers him enough money, I'm sure he'd be gone. I would. Just human nature. You're making X amount here and somebody offers you 5 times that, well, you've got a problem. It's not much of a debate then, is it? I don't know, unless it's in the bush of Africa or something like that you got to go, where it might put your family's lives in danger. But anyway, back to the serious stuff here. He was talking about there are 2 types of crime reporting that's done. There are type 1 and type 2. And type 1, there are only 8 crimes that make up type 1. And that is murder, rape, robbery, aggravated assault, burglary, larceny, stolen vehicles, and arson. Now, many of these types of crimes is hard to, this is the type of crime that Chief Timmy was talking about, this type of crime has reduced significantly here in Southern Pines. But on the other flip side of things, it's only so much that a police department can do to directly affect these crimes. If somebody's going to kill somebody, it's kind of hard to stop it sometimes. And, but you can influence whether the opportunity is there for these crimes to be committed. I mean, somebody's going to go torch a building, they're going to torch it. If they're going to assault someone, they're going to assault. If they're going to break in a place, they're going to break in. But by being proactive against the type 2 crime. Now, what are type 2 crimes? That's all the other crimes combined. You know, there are about 100,000 other crimes on the books that you could be charged with. And that is the type 2 crimes. So he gets proactive in going after those. He gave me an example of, they have a foot patrol in downtown Southern Pines at night. And if, he said, suppose a foot patrol comes upon somebody in the park after hours, because the park has hours. You're not allowed to be in the park after a certain hour. I don't know what hour that is, but I would guess 10 or 11. I'd just be my guess. But after hours, you're not allowed there. All right, so they see somebody in the shadows of the park, and they go over to investigate because it just does DLR, as they call it, doesn't look right. And it turns out to be somebody that might be a little shady, hadn't broken any real laws other than being in the park after hours. So they send him on his way. Now, this person might have been lying in wait to commit a rape, possibly a robbery, even a murder. So, indirectly, he has brought down possibly the type 1 crimes by getting proactive on the type 2 crimes. And as he was saying, he would like to see, to an extent, his type 2 crimes to go up in enforcement. In other words, you're catching more people breaking the law, which will have an indirect effect on the type 1 crimes and bring it down. And I wish him success with that. That is good. That's just outstanding police work. It doesn't get any better than that. And it's perfect for our area. And I commend him on it. The other, now, let's set Chief Timmy aside. We know he does a great job. Now you have some law enforcement people who distort their numbers so that they look good in the book. Not going to call any out by name, but there have been, if you look at, well, let's look at the state book as a whole. In the state book, just about, I think it's like, out of 100 counties that we have here, like 98 of them dropped on the T1 crimes. And statistically, that just wouldn't happen. I'm sorry, it just wouldn't happen. But some sheriffs and other police chiefs across this state aren't as ethical as our chief here. And they'll sit there and take, say, a burglary, and they'll switch it to a breaking and entering. So now he's lowered his T1 crime under burglary, and they'll reclassify it as a breaking and entering, which is a type 2 crime. You follow what I'm saying? They go through and do this in several categories. Larceny, they'll list it as stolen property, which is type 2. Larceny is the type 1. And this is how a lot of these agencies basically are lied to you and to get their numbers down to make themselves look good, and then they release the numbers and pound their chests and say, oh, look how great I am. And those are the ones you got to worry about, because they're only in it for themselves, not in it to protect you. And Chief Timmy wrote me, and he made it pretty clear. I'm not going to read his letter because that wouldn't be appropriate. But he basically was indicating to me that they are proactive and they want their T2 numbers to go up so the T1 numbers will go down. And they're working hard to keep you safe. And also, I will remind you of one thing he told me in the past where he said that, If people would only lock their cars when they get out of it, even downtown, it would reduce crime about 80%. Because there's always the opportunist that's looking for you to mess up. We have numerous break-ins at the dog park. And every time it's usually a woman's car where she left her purse on the seat. You got to hide that stuff because it's just chum in the water for the bad guys. So if you lock your cars, hide your pocketbooks, chances are you'll be left alone. And that's what we all want, just to live in peace and harmony and be able to enjoy our parks and our activities and things like that and come back to our car and it's still there untouched. That's what we like to see. And for the most part, you get that in all our communities. So kudos to Chief Timmy and his staff there, because without the staff buying into the program with enthusiasm, this is where leadership comes in. You have to have your troops willing to do it your way and understand it so that it all makes sense to them. They go, yeah, well, and the light goes off in their head and they go, yeah, that is a better way. Now I know what I'm supposed to do more effectively. And then they perform better. So kudos to all of the Southern Pines Police Department. You all have done a great job, and hopefully if you ever need my help, you let me know, and we'll be glad to publicize anything you need. It is 7:41. Let's move to sound bites this morning. Speaking of police, how frustrating is it up in Chicago? You got Jussie Smollett, spelled Jussey. I'm sorry, Jussie. But, and I heard Rahm Emanuel last night just railing on him. You know, Chicago's got all its ills that they already have. They didn't need this false characterization added to it. And they all resent it greatly up there. They are just livid. And what will happen to Jussie out of this? Will it be a Colin Kaepernick reward where he walks away with, what was it, $80 million from the NFL? Because he couldn't respect our flag? He had to protest during that? And all the controversy that followed? And the taint it put on the NFL, and they paid him for it. Gee whiz. What do you think his punishment will be? He's subject to 1 to 6 years in prison for this, I believe. Do you think he'll actually serve a day? Or it'll be probation? And pay restitution? And as the Chicago police superintendent said, that it's too bad real crime can't get this kind of attention. That 24 detectives had to be diverted from real crime to go chase down this false crime. And Smollett has doubled down with his attorneys and says he didn't do it. That it really happened. Come on. Anyway, here's the police chief himself. Oh, come on. I knew Napster would screw it up. Always does. I'm going to uninstall the program. I've had it with that program. Man, it ticks me off. Let's try this again with the police chief and see if we can get some.
Smollett attempted to gain attention by sending a false letter that relied on racial, homophobic, and political language. When that didn't work, Smollett paid $3,500 to stage this attack and drag Chicago's reputation through the mud in the process. And why? This stunt was orchestrated by Smollett because he was dissatisfied with his salary. So he concocted a story about being attacked. Now, our city has problems, we know that. But to put the national spotlight on Chicago for something that is both egregious and untrue is simply shameful. I'm also concerned about what this means moving forward for hate crimes. My concern is that hate crimes will now publicly be met with a level of skepticism that previously didn't happen. This case in particular involved hours of video evidence, which when combined with old-fashioned police work, uncovered the truth. I only hope that the truth about what happened receives the same amount of attention that the hoax did.
You know, and the other little smirk on his face when he was doing that NBC interview, I'm talking about Smollett, when he was talking to Robin Roberts, and he sat there and says, I've been known not to hold my mouth when it comes to talking about our president, you know, and what a racist he is, and racism, and racism, and racism. Who's the racist? Who played the race card here? Who pulled it out and drew it all over the face of Chicago and played it? Man, I hope Fox writes him out and cuts him loose from his Empire contract. The series itself is dying in the ratings. It's nosediving. Has been before this. So I don't see it lasting too much longer. All right, let's get you a little happier this morning. Of course, you know the Academy Awards coming up Sunday. Here's a sneak peek of what you might see.
It's the 91st Academy Awards, hosted by Nobody. This year, another very special 4-hour-long show with surprises like you'll probably fall asleep, multiple categories no one cares about, nominated actors and actresses nobody knows, speeches from millionaires who tell you they're just like you, but have people that do everything for them. Lots of mentions about the Me Too movement. It's the Oscars this Sunday on one of the networks. I can never remember which one. We'll be right back after this message from the Harvey Weinstein GoFundMe Legal Expenses Foundation.
Well, and don't forget about the Oscar Party Superstore if you're into all this.
Planning your big Oscar party for Sunday night? Then come visit the Oscar Party Superstore, because I've got just the ticket for great deals. Serve cheese and chocolate in your Jane Fondue Tower. Thirsty? How about a Bar is Born alcohol dispenser? Serve things fresh from your Mary Queen of Pots. Or if Veal Street could walk. Hungry? How about some Emma Stone crabs, a First Manwich, Mary Poppers, Bohemian radishes, or Christian Bailey's Irish cream? Cleaning up? Throw things away in your Lady Gaga garbage disposal. And for those bathroom breaks in the middle during all the categories no one cares about, how about some Harvey Weinstein toilet paper? Now you can show him your Me Too movement. And have a pet? He's just in, the Bradley Cooper Pooper Scooper. So come down, get your food and accessories. It's the Oscar Party Superstore. And the winner is you.
Yeah. Well, of course, one other thing on Jussie Smollett, you knew entrepreneurs would cash in on this, at least try to, because it's already inspired an app for your phone.
Are you unhappy with the salary you're getting at work? Well, then you need the new Beatdown app. Just download the free app to your phone and tap to open. Beatdown automatically knows your location and can arrange your beatdown within minutes. Just tap the screen to select the level of beating you want. Push to the ground, slaps to the face, or a boot to the head and a rope around your neck. And the best part is, Beatdown really works. After Beatdown, I got promoted to manager of waste control.
I I used Beatdown. Now I own the whole company.
And Beatdown will capture all the footage of the attack right in the app. When you're done, just tap the screen to file your police report instantly. So don't spend years toiling away at your job. Get the attention you think you deserve and increase the money you get. Get a Beatdown, just like Jussie Smollett. Service not available in Chicago.
You know, the other bad thing about all this is that now when other people are assaulted or something happens, everybody's going to look at it with skepticism. Oh, you're just staging it for your own benefit and so forth and so on. Oh, he didn't really rape you. He didn't assault you. No. All right, today's thought bubble about Girl Scout cookies.
And now, here's today's thought bubble.
I heard one of the Girl Scouts' moms say that the Savannah Smiles cookies weren't going to be around next year. And judging from this one, I can see why. Tastes stale already.
All right, the thought bubble for today. Well, first New York changed the sound of their sirens. They went European, you know. Hee-ho, that sound. Now the city of Ottawa, north of the border there, is changing the sound of snowplows and the trucks when they back up. Instead of the beep, 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 beep. Here's an example. They're going to change it to static. Like that. They're supposed to reduce noise pollution, and they claim you still hear it if you're behind the truck. They just worry people might not associate the new sound with a truck backing up. Here are the sounds again. Okay, well, we'll let Canada work that out. If it works there, maybe we'll bring it here. Guy carrying three 12-packs of Coors Light showed up at the wrong house on a Friday night 2 weeks ago. It happened in a suburb of where else? Chicago. And the doorbell cam caught everything. The guy rang the bell with his nose and wiggled his tongue at the camera, assuming it was the people who knew him. Instead, the owner came over the intercom and told the guy to leave and threatened to call the police twice.
Hello? Who is
Hey,
it?
it's George. It's George.
George who? You got the wrong door, man. You better leave before I call the cops.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
I'm calling the police, so you better leave now.
Who?
I'm watching you. You better keep walking.
Okay, tough guy through the door. Got the job done. Meanwhile, KFC's released a promo. How much time I got time? Released a promo about how they've hired RoboCop to protect their secret recipe. It's to go with a new ad campaign with RoboCop as the Colonel. You know, I don't know who these corporations are getting to do their commercials. You know, the humor they put in it just isn't funny. You know, I get the joke. I get what they're doing. It's just not funny. It's not even that creative. It's like, oh, gee, let's do something stupid. Everybody will get that, like us for that. We'll be iconic, man. This is crap.
One of the greatest trade secrets of all time. Colonel Sanders' secret recipe of 11 herbs and spices.
Up until today, the secret recipe has been stored in a relatively safe. So if someone were to get their hands on the secret recipe, it would be our worst nightmare. Every 7 hours, a new Kentucky Fried Chicken is built. All that would be gone.
So, in February 2019, KFC decided to upgrade their security of Colonel Sanders' 11 herbs and spices with RoboCop, the ultimate law enforcer, reprogrammed with one prime directive: protect the secret recipe. KFC created a triple encrypted digital copy of the secret recipe. and RoboCop transferred the recipe to a more secure location. And now the recipe will be preserved forever. All thanks to RoboCop.
Okay, well, it took me a total of 12 seconds to get the secret recipe up here from Google. 2/3 tablespoon salt, 3 tablespoons white pepper, 1 tablespoon black pepper, and so forth. It even has a 1/2 tablespoon of thyme in there, and paprika, and oregano, and ginger, and garlic salt, dry mustard, celery salt, basil. Don't think it's much of a secret. Sorry. Anyway, where's my place? All right. The newest Colonel Sanders is RoboCop, and the commercial doesn't make it any less bizarre than it sounds.
Colonel Sanders, your Kentucky Fried Chicken is delicious. What's the secret recipe?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. The Colonel's secret recipe. You can eat it, but you can't know it.
Oh, yes. Makes me want to sit in front of the boob tube and wait for that to come on. That was so funny. 67-year-old woman in Louisiana got attacked by her pet llama last Friday. She wasn't seriously hurt, but I guess her ego was. She grabbed a gun and shot the llama 3 times to get revenge. The llama survived and was treated for gunshot wounds and a cracked rib. Now the woman's facing animal cruelty charges, well, she should. One of her neighbors said the lady and llama always seemed nice.
We would always see the llama outside eating grass. I mean, it was pretty tall. It was almost my height. Good size, nice llama. I mean, it was a dinner pet, but we wouldn't get close to it. So it was a pretty animal. It was gorgeous. I wouldn't think it was cruel to animals like that. I mean, she was a nice lady. Just don't know what's going to go on in the neighborhood. I mean, they shooting llamas.
Yeah, they do. What if you ate a burger diapers? Would that be tasty to you? Would that be tasty? Jack in the Box is testing burger diapers. They're sticks with ground-up cheeseburger, breaded and deep-fried. One reviewer says don't bother. We're talking about a chubby dude who reviews fast food as a hobby, so you be the judge of all this.
It actually does have like a burger taste to it, but sort of a, I won't say fake burger taste, but I think they use some sort of burger seasoning. I actually don't know what's in here. Is this meat? I think. Okay,
enough of him. Let's give you some good news. So you're almost at work and you'll leave the radio with a good news on your eardrums. Here's a church in Florida that holds dog-friendly services every Saturday, 6 p.m. Sometimes they have 10 to 12 dogs at a time. They've been doing it for 10 years, and the pastor says it's especially good for people who are older or live longer because their dogs are like family to them.
The dog-friendly service started several years actually before I even got here, so we've been doing it for about 10 years. What I love about this service, and I think that's the reason that we have it, is that many of our people do live alone. Many are elderly, they've lost their spouse, or they've lived alone for a long time, and their dog really does become their companion in every way, and their closest family member. Even though sometimes we have 10, 12 dogs at a time, you never really hear them much unless they encounter each other after communion, and then they begin to bark at each other, but everybody expects that.
It's very nice to have him there. He usually just lays on the seat and is quiet. Occasionally he barks, but not too often. And it's just nice to have him here.
We want people to know that this church is pet-friendly because we believe that everyone is welcome. We really do consider, if you will, the pets part of the family. And why wouldn't they be welcome in God's house? You know, they're God's creatures.
Good Friday morning. Temperatures this morning in the upper 40s to mid-50s will cool off throughout the day into the mid-40s by the afternoon. Keep your rain gear handy. We'll stay cloudy with rain likely today. It'll be a breezy day as well. Tonight, mostly cloudy with periods of showers. Lows tonight in the upper 30s to lower 40s. Your Saturday showing rain likely early, on and off showers throughout the afternoon tomorrow with highs in the low to mid-40s. I'm meteorologist Kat Campbell in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sandhills, 97.3 FM, 104.1FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The father of an American-born woman who fled to Syria 4 years ago to join ISIS is suing the Trump administration for blocking his daughter's return to the U.S.
The Trump administration's been adamant 24-year-old Hoda Muthana is not a U.S. citizen and won't be allowed back into the country. But her father, Ahmed Ali Muthana, a former diplomat for Yemen, has filed a federal lawsuit that his daughter, born in Hackensack, New Jersey, is a U.S. citizen. He says he was not a diplomat at the time of her birth. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo discussed the case on NBC's Today Show.
She is a terrorist. She's not a U.S. citizen. She ought not return.
But the family wants the 24-year-old woman and her 18-month-old son living in a Syrian refugee camp to be allowed to return for the sake of the child. Jackie Quinn, Washington.
North Carolina's Elections Board ordering a new election in the country's last undecided congressional race after reviewing evidence a 9th District contest was tainted by absentee ballot fraud. Accused of engineering a hate crime hoax, there's no lack of speculation about the professional future of actor Jussie Smollett.
People in crisis management say they haven't seen a crisis quite like this one and doubt it will be an easy one to manage. One expert says these days people tend to be less forgiving, making it more likely that a single major gaffe like the one that Smollett is accused of taking part in may be a career killer. Another notes that even worse than the scandal, Jussie Smollett's biggest problem may be from public ridicule, something few people are able to rebound from. I'm Oscar Wells Gabriel.
Cardinals at a Vatican summit on clergy sex abuse have called for a new culture of accountability in the Catholic Church, punishing bishops and religious superiors who fail to protect their flocks from predator priests. On Wall Street, Dow futures up 118. More on these stories at townhall.com.
It either is or it isn't. When it comes down to it, that's all that really matters when choosing a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz. It's either certified by Mercedes-Benz factory-trained technicians or it isn't. It's either backed by an unlimited mileage warranty for up to 5 years or it isn't. It's absolute confidence in 30,000 precision parts or it isn't. The Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned Sales Event, now through February 28th, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. Come in today and we'll help cover your first month's payment. Offer available through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services. There are those who settle for nothing less. For them, the choice is simple. It's either up to Mercedes-Benz standards or it isn't. It's flawlessly maintained or it isn't. It's either Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned or it isn't.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details and limitations on credit towards your first month's payment and certified pre-owned warranties.
Australia's government seeking an urgent clarification from Beijing over reports that a major Chinese port has halted imports of Australian coal.
China is the largest buyer of Australian coal, so any interruptions to exports do matter. Government officials in Canberra have moved quickly to deny reports that shipments have been suspended from a key port in northern China. They say it has happened before and is part of China's regulation of imports. But there are concerns that Beijing is using trade to punish Australia because of a decision to ban Chinese firm Huawei from a major telecommunications project.
That's BBC's Phil Mercer. A very powerful magnitude 7.5 earthquake struck southern Ecuador in the early hours of the morning, centered close to the country's border with Peru. News and analysis at townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Ex-Enron CEO Jeffrey Skilling has been discharged from federal custody.
After serving 12 years in prison and 6 months in a halfway house, former Enron Corporation Chief Executive Officer Jeffrey Skilling is a free man. Skilling was released from federal custody Thursday, having served his time after being convicted for multiple counts of securities fraud, conspiracy, and other crimes. Skilling was sentenced to 24 years in prison in 2006, but the sentence was reduced to 14 years in 2013. He was also fined $45 million. I'm Mike Rossio.
Several companies, including AT&T and Nestle, pulling ads from YouTube over concerns about inappropriate comments on videos of children. A video from a popular YouTuber, as well as a report from Wired, showed that pedophiles have made unseemly comments on innocuous videos of children. And on Wall Street, Dow futures up 116. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Begin the year with a new car from Leith Honda Aberdeen. With a huge selection of new 2018 and 2019 vehicles, great prices, and no games or gimmicks, Leith Honda Aberdeen makes it easy for you, no matter what your budget is. We have special interest rates as low as 0.9% APR and sign and drive leases with no money down that could put you in a new car today. Leith Honda Aberdeen, easy to get to and easy to deal with. Come in today.
Great news. Get into an available Ram, Jeep, Chrysler, or Dodge with easy pricing. Only at Leith Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Aberdeen. During the Ram Truck Month, new 2018 and 2019 vehicles are available with easy pricing. Just ask. At Leith and Aberdeen, we're easy to get to, easy to deal with, and the home of easy pricing in Aberdeen. Leith Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Aberdeen. The name you can trust. Tax tag and $598 administrative documentary fee additional.
Hello there. You know, the Moore-T Citizens have some amazing speakers every month. I think it's one of a handful of events in Moore County where you're able to hear and question some pretty amazing people. Well, apparently they couldn't get one of these amazing speakers this month. Instead, they got John Zumwalt. Oh, that's me. I'll be talking about what it's going to look like if just 4 or 5 bad guys decide to attack the United States. It's going to be based not on what I've read, but what I've seen, what I've experienced. I wish you'd join me. The event will be at one of my favorite places to eat, Philly and Colts. It's free, but if you'd like to join in the delicious buffet, it's $16, well spent. Either way, I hope you'll join us. The whole thing takes place this Monday, February 25th. Starts at 5 o'clock with social time. Buffet's at 5:30, and I'll start speaking at 6. We'll get questions and your comments at the end. Really do hope to see you there this Monday.
Serving more people, more places, 24/7. If your AC breaks down, we'll restore your indoor heaven. Installation or repair, one call will be there. It's your family, don't delay. Comfort's just a call away. We're Comfort Services. Comfort Services.
You've heard the comment, save your energy. Well, Comfort Services can save your energy bill and make your home more comfortable. Specializing in installation, HVAC, and comprehensive air quality services. Locally owned since 2003, Comfort Services is nationally certified and a Carrier Energy Expert dealer with highly qualified technicians. Go to ComfortServicesInc.com or call 910-695-2665 on Highway 5 next to Habitat in Aberdeen. 910-695-2665.
Comfort's just a call away. Comfort Services.
7 days a week, we're on the job. John Cole's Plumbing Professionals. Fast, friendly, quality service. You know we can do it all. We can do it all. Don't just call a plumber. Call a professional. John Cole's Plumbing Professionals.
At John Cole Plumbing, plumbing is what they do. That's why they are plumbing professionals. Plumbing all day, every day, with quality, honest service for you. Don't just call a plumber, call a professional. 910-639-4933. 639-4933.
Don't just call a plumber. Call a professional. John Cole's Plumbing Professionals.
And NCN News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. The Republican and the 9th District congressional race is ending his bid to be declared a winner and calling for a new election. Mark Harris told the state's elections board on Thursday in Raleigh that he was ending his fight to be declared the winner, and he said he is struggling with health problems caused by blood infection.
Though I thought I was ready to undergo the rigors of this hearing and I'm getting stronger, I clearly am not.
The White House says it will keep 200 American troops in Syria as part of a peacekeeping force. CBS News correspondent Cammie McCormick is at the Pentagon.
It isn't clear how long they'll remain in Syria, but the U.S. is concerned about the safety of U.S.-backed Kurdish fighters, as well as a resurgence of ISIS. Coalition allies in the fight against ISIS have said they won't stay if the U.S. leaves. An American force could also help prevent Iran from making inroads in Syria.
A bill introduced in Raleigh on Thursday aims at getting election maps drawn without favoritism to Democrats or Republicans. Members of both parties, including Representative Chuck McGrady from Henderson County, sponsored HB 140. He tells WLOS News in Asheville.
Basically puts the drawing of maps with a commission that would then come to the legislature.
At the Vatican today, the Summit on Clergy Sex Abuse is focusing on senior Catholic and officials who ignored cases of sexual misconduct. CBS News correspondent Nikki Batiste spoke with Cardinal, the Archbishop of Chicago, Blaise Kupik, who was interviewed on CBS.
The Archdiocese tells us the last time a priest fathered a child was nearly 20 years ago, and that each child was provided financial support through college age. That revelation came after we interviewed Cardinal Supich, and he did not address it this morning.
North Carolina health officials say 13 people died from the flu in the state last week, raising the death toll for the season to 68. You're listening to NCN News.
State lawmakers are cranking up a new legislative session. Everything's on the table. The budget, education, transportation, regulation. What are they doing, and how is it affecting you, your family, your business, your wallet? Carolina Journal helps you find answers. Available each month as a free newspaper. Every day online at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal, your #1 source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
Where are the leaders of tomorrow shaped and molded? They're shaped on the courts, fields, mats, and tracks of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. The NCHSAA is our 417-member schools, impacting communities across the state of North Carolina. From Murphy to Manteo, the NCHSAA is coaches, administrators, and officials working tirelessly to invest in the next generation of leaders for our great state. Who are we? We are high school. We are the NCHSAA.
A new bill proposed in the House on Thursday would make it illegal in North Carolina to use handheld communication devices such as cell phones behind the wheel while driving. Representative Kevin Corbin filed HB 144, the hands-free NC, in response to growing traffic fatalities from distracted driving. Jussie Smollett returned to the set of his TV series after his first court appearance for allegedly making up a story about a racist and homophobic attack. CBS News correspondent Dean Reynolds has more.
Smollett's attorneys say he is a man of impeccable character and integrity, but he now faces up to 3 years in prison if convicted for filing a false police report. He's due back in court March 14th.
A Sunset Beach town councilman was forced out of a meeting this week after speaking out of turn. This came just 2 weeks after former Mayor Greg Weiss resigned. Councilman Rich Serrato tells WWAY News things changed in 2017 when 2 other council members were elected.
The level of transparency is not to the standard that I believe the taxpayers want.
The game show Jeopardy has changed its format temporarily to bring back top players in the past, and fans are grumbling on social media.
Even when viewers hear announcer Johnny Gilbert's voice, 12 teammates, they know something's different. Jeopardy has temporarily dropped its regular format for an all-star tournament with teams featuring its biggest winners.
We got off to a great start. We spent some enjoyable time talking to all 6 of the captains.
Maybe enjoyable for Alex Trebek, but many viewers are infuriated, saying the format is convoluted, confusing, too much talk, too many breaks, not enough Jeopardy. One tweet calls it torture, but another viewer tweets that there's still more trivia here than in any other game show. Peter King, CBS News. Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Good Friday morning. You'll need your umbrella once again today. Rain likely throughout the day with cloudy skies and winds picking up into the afternoon. We're actually warmer this morning than we will be this afternoon. Temperatures fall into the mid-40s by later on today. Tonight, a chilly night, mostly cloudy with periods of showers with lows in the upper 30s to lower 40s. You'll need your umbrella again tomorrow. Rain likely early, on and off showers late in the day with highs in the low to mid-40s. I'm meteorologist Kat Campbell in the Weather Center.
Right now here in the Sand Hills area, we have some scattered showers, 48 degrees, humidity 100%, dew point 48, pressure is 30.27, winds north-northeast to 6, visibility is back up to 10 statute miles. 8:14, let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this Friday morning. Reports of violent crimes and theft dropped to a historic low last year in Southern Pines, according to a recent announcement from Police Chief Bob Timmie. Writing in a letter to employees that was shared last week on social media, Timmie said 343 offenses fit the FBI's classification as a Part 1 crime. Violent offenses like homicide, robbery, and forcible rape are considered Part 1 crimes, as is arson, burglary, and larceny. According to Chief Timmie, the Part 1 crimes data from the 2018 show a marked improvement over the town's previous low of 418 offenses in 2016. In his letter to staff, Timmie wrote that Part 1 crimes in Southern Pine reached a record high of 953 offenses in 2007. Data before that was not readily available. The data is submitted to the SBI, which compiles annual crime statistics based on reports from law enforcement agencies across North Carolina. Those statistics are later published as part of the Uniform Crime Reports program, which the FBI describes as a nationwide cooperative statistical effort of nearly 18,000 law enforcement agencies voluntarily reporting crime data brought to their attention. Timmie has previously touted that the data is an important factor in real estate values. He has also said that the reduction in Part 1 crimes is important in furthering the opportunity for economic success in our local area. So good job, Chief Timmie, and good job to your staff. We commend you on an outstanding police force there. I wish we could say that about every one of our police forces. All right. That's your latest Sand Hills news this morning, but stand by. Here comes your latest in sports right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. North Carolina college hoops programs in play last night. UNC Greensboro edged Western Carolina 79-76 in overtime. Elon topped UNC Wilmington 84-77, while Gardner-Webb took down Asheville 65-55. App State was taken down by Georgia State 80-75. Finals last night involving teams in the top 25. Number 2 Gonzaga beat Pepperdine 92-64, and that keeps the door open to a possible number 1 ranking next week. That after Duke lost at home to Carolina on Wednesday. 7th-ranked Michigan easily handled Minnesota 69-60 Thursday, and that sets up a weekend matchup against rival Michigan State for first place in the Big Ten. Duke says freshman Zion Williamson is day-to-day with a mild right knee sprain and is progressing as expected after he injured his knee when his left shoe exploded on Duke's first possession in Wednesday night's loss to the number 8 Tar Heels. Some now weighing in on what Zion's injury could do to his career. Should the freshman stay on his one-and-done track and try the NBA, or stay in school a little bit longer? Shaquille O'Neal is one of those with an opinion, which he gave on last night's NBA on TNT broadcast. He talked about his college days and a conversation he had with his dad.
I wanted to come out my sophomore year. He said, why you want to come out? I said, I think it's time to go get the money. He said, you've been broke for 18 years. You could be broke for 19 years. You ain't ready.
Nike's stock price took a 1% hit Thursday after the freak accident. On the topic of freak accidents, Syracuse police say longtime basketball coach Jim Boeheim is cooperating with investigators into a fatal car crash yesterday. Police say Boeheim struck and killed a man who had exited his vehicle on the interstate. Syracuse police chief Kenton Buckner says he doesn't expect Boeheim to be charged with anything.
Mr. Boeheim did exactly what we would expect him to do. He stopped. He even attempted to stop other cars that were coming over that crest from hitting the vehicle that was still there in the roadway.
This is NCN Sports.
There's a new risky scheme circulating in Raleigh that's going to hurt our teachers, state employees, and retirees.
The state treasurer is floating this risky scheme that will cut more than $400 million in payments to your local doctors and hospitals. Those cuts will cripple local hospitals, meaning state employees, teachers, and retirees on the state health plan will have limited access to hospitals and doctors in your community. This risky scheme will cut services. It will take away your choice about who you want to care for you and your family.
If the state treasurer really wants to cut costs to the state health plan, he needs to work with doctors and hospitals to prevent illness, manage chronic diseases, and help folks lose weight and stay healthy.
Healthy employees and retirees will save the state health plan money. Isn't that what the treasurer says he wants?
Let's stop pointing fingers and start working to build a smarter state health plan by protecting patients and supporting the folks who take care of them.
That's the North Carolina way of doing things.
Paid for by Partners for Innovation in Healthcare.
The NBA got back to work after a few days off to decompress from All-Star Weekend in Charlotte. Cleveland topped Phoenix 111-98. Philadelphia took down Miami 106-102. Portland popped Brooklyn 113-99. And Milwaukee edged out Boston 98-97. The Lakers beat Houston 111-106. And Golden State, winners as always, over Sacramento 125-123. The NBA, meanwhile, is reportedly considering a proposal to lower the draft age from 19 to 18. Details from Anne-Marie Green in New York.
The league reportedly submitted the proposal to the National Basketball Players Association. The union discussed it during a meeting earlier this week. The injury of Duke freshman star Zion Williamson Wednesday reignited the debate about one-and-done college players who play college ball for a year before they're eligible for the draft.
Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
American Water Treatment Services has been providing the best water purification systems for over 25 years to Moore County residents and the surrounding area. Our mission is to provide you with the best environmental products to improve the quality of water in your home, improving both your family's well-being and overall health. American Water Treatment's professionally trained technicians assure you that our equipment fits your home and family's needs. Our local water guys, Paul and Marty, own the business and collectively have had 30 years of water treatment experience. American Water Treatment is fully insured with a AAA Plus Better Business Bureau rating. Call for a free in-home water analysis at 910-944-3140 or go online to AmericanWTS.com. We at American Water Treatment can do just about anything with your water except walk on it. Call 910-944-3140 and ask for the Water Guys.
Begin the year with a new car from Leith Honda Aberdeen. With a huge selection of new 2018 and 2019 vehicles, great prices, and no games or gimmicks, Leith Honda Aberdeen makes it easy for you, no matter what your budget is. We have special interest rates as low as 0.9% APR and sign and drive leases with no money down that could put you in a new car today. Leith Honda Aberdeen, easy to get to and easy to deal with. Come in today.
Great news. Get into an available Ram, Jeep, Chrysler, or Dodge with easy pricing. Only at Leith Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Aberdeen. During the Ram Truck Month, new 2018 and 2019 vehicles are available with easy pricing. Just ask. At Leith and Aberdeen, we're easy to get to, easy to deal with, and the home of easy pricing in Aberdeen. Leith Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Aberdeen. The name you can trust. Tax tag and $598 administrative documentary fee additional.
Being overweight is the number one health problem in America today. It leads to so many avoidable health issues. If you have a weight problem and finally want to do something about it, then do what I did and participate in the Transforming You Weight Loss Program, offered by Dr. Sharon Wright at Wright Chiropractic in Seven Lakes. It's a customized, physician-assisted program based on your body type and your goals. A healthier, more vibrant, spirited, and slimmer you emerges. Now, I lost 25 pounds in the first month and 50 pounds to date. That keeps me motivated. Now, the program is easy to follow. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and if I can do it, you can do it. Give Dr. Wright a call and set up your no-charge consultation about the Transforming You Weight Loss Program at 910-673-2225. That's White Chiropractic at 673-2225.
American playboy Bernard Lawrence is living in Paris with his fiancée Gloria, and Gretchen, and Gabriella. All three women are airline stewardesses who are only home every 3 days. And of course, none of them know about the others. So hilarity ensues in Temple Theater's latest comedy, Boeing Boeing, on stage February 14th through March 3rd. Unfortunately for Bernard, his perfect setup of being happily engaged to 3 different women is bound to run into trouble at some point. Things begin to unravel when there is a change to the women's flight orders, making it increasingly difficult to keep them apart, and eventually bringing all 3 of them home on the same day. Don't miss Boeing Boeing on stage February 14th through March 3rd. Tickets are $27 and available by calling the Temple box office at 919-774-4155 or online at templeshows.com. That's 919-774-4155 or online at templeshows.com. Sponsored by First Bank and the Edward Jones Investment Offices of Brian Mathis, Dargan Moore, and James Mitchell.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. Have you heard about the guy who was jogging in Colorado and a mountain lion attacked him, and so he killed it? Now, you have to admit, that's a pretty tough guy. He had a lot of bite and scratch marks, but still, he killed a mountain lion with his bare hands. The mountain lion saw what he thought was easy prey, a jogger with his little jogger shorts, and so he thought, well, I don't know why I'm attacking this guy. I guess because he looks weak. I think I'll kill him. And so he attacked. I wonder at what point that lion knew he had messed up and picked the wrong guy. Well, that's what happens when you prey on the weak. Sooner or later, you're going to pick on the wrong guy. The weakest people we have in our nation right now are infants. Some are being killed. Fully formed, precious little images of their parents are going to be murdered because their mom and dad can't be bothered. This is not about judging a female who's made a mistake in the past. It's not a condemnation of anyone. Who am I to do that? This is not about the past or the future. It's about right now. We got to stop this. I wonder who'll be the last baby they kill. If we don't step in like that jogger did and show we're not weak and protect those babies, there will be no last baby killed. You know what? Leave the Democrat Party. You're not like them. They're baby killers. They're evil. I hope everyone has a good weekend, and I hope you don't quit thinking about this. From the Zumwalt Zone.
Good Friday morning. Temperatures this morning in the upper 40s to mid-50s will cool off throughout the day into the mid-40s by the afternoon. Keep your rain gear handy. We'll stay cloudy with rain likely today. It'll be a breezy day as well. Tonight, mostly cloudy with periods of showers. Lows tonight in the upper 30s to lower 40s. Your Saturday showing rain likely early, on and off showers throughout the afternoon tomorrow with highs in the low to mid-40s. I'm meteorologist Kat Campbell in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the Leader Man. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
This Sunday, it's the Academy Awards. See people walking on red carpet wearing sparkly, overpriced gowns and tuxes. Check out facelifts and Botox in all their glory. Good and bad. The Oscars, hosted by... Well, okay, so there's no host, but there will be presenters. Listen to speeches that only last 30 seconds before the music starts playing them off. It's the 91st Academy Awards. Hour after hour. Movie after movie. That you probably haven't even seen. Can someone wake me when it's done?
Must be time to start a new day.
Hey, new day.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Come on, get back to work.
You're not the boss of me. You're not the boss. You're not the boss of me.
You're not the boss of me, are you?
The hell I'm not.
Actually, I am the boss of you.
Am I the boss, man? I'm the boss.
All right, let's begin.
It's showtime.
Just a little more time, and I will surely grow. Give me just a little more time, and I will surely grow. Life's too short.
Good morning. Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
Impatient we may be, there's no need to act foolishly. If we part, our hearts won't forget it. Years from now.
Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, and don't forget, of course, this program being seen around the world on a live video stream. That's available at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link is that will get you there. If you're on your mobile device, YouTube will get you there. Just put Mornings with the Leaderman into the search. Leaderman spelled just like it sounds in all one word. If you're on your mobile device looking for our crystal clear digital audio stream, you can get Alexa to play it for you. Tell her to play WEEB's audio stream. You can also get it with Stream Us, TuneIn, iTunes. Just put WEEB in the search, and we should appear at the top of the results. And if you're on our website, of course, it's in the upper right-hand corner of every webpage at talk973.com, where the icon says Listen Live. Tap it once and you're listening just that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area. Look for cloudy with periods of drizzle, a high of 51. Then tonight, more of the same, a low of 40. Tomorrow, more of the same, a high of 46. Tomorrow night, 40% chance of rain, not drizzle. Cloudy, look for a low of 43. Sunday, mostly partly cloudy, isolated showers. High of 72. Man, it'll be summer again on Sunday. Sunday night, mostly clear, 57. 60 on Monday with sunshine. Same for Tuesday. And same for Wednesday. Wow. Hey, same for Thursday. Can you stand it? Right now, we know what's coming. Summer. Humidity. High dew points. Sweating the second you crack the door. Yeah, you know that's on the way. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds to north-northeast at 6. Visibility 10 statute miles. Pressure is 30-27. Dew point at 48. Humidity max at 100%. It's cloudy and 48 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. In the studio with me this half hour is retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Glad to have him back with us this morning.
Good to be here.
Yeah. Let's see where to start. All right, let's let me finish up my sound bites if I didn't finish them up. We've been sitting here solving all the world's problems, and I didn't get everything in here. Let's see. Okay, good news story. Starting out with a good news story. A thief in Philadelphia ran off with a guy's laptop last month on the campus of the University of Pennsylvania. But he happened to sprint past 3 members of, you guessed it, the running club.
We know this will end badly.
Yeah. Who chased him through the construction site, eventually helped the police catch him. The runners' names are Kyle Cassidy, Natalie Herbert, and Samantha Oliver. They told the local news how it all went down.
No one wants to get to class on time that badly.
We remarked at how fast he was, and then somebody else came huffing and puffing up a few seconds later, yelling, "Help me, this man has robbed me."
It was sort of a shared look, and then it was like, well, we got to do what we can. We're a running club.
Machinery pouring dirt, and then there's concrete going here, and big hammers going up and down, and a construction worker going, "You can't go in there, it's a construction site."
I introduced myself in a very weird way. I said, "Hi, my name's Natalie. I'm from the running club. We're in pursuit of a suspect right now." This is not something that we afterwards really felt like, oh, that was a great idea to do. But at the end of the day, I think we were able to help out a little bit. We're really putting the crime fighting as an asterisk of our resume. It's probably been the biggest adventure we've had to date.
All right. Well, good.
Good for them, yeah.
Yeah, it turned out good. Over in England, a rescue group over there, a mountain rescue group, decided to train their dogs to rescue, those skiers who have to go for the ultimate adventure and ski in avalanche territory so that when the avalanche does come and they don't outrun it, then you pay to send the group up there to find them.
Yeah.
And what would this sound be right here?
I'm scratching away.
What a good guy. What a good guy. This is one of those rescuers who volunteered to get buried. Of course, he had to have it for YouTube effects and taped it, and that was the dog digging down to him.
Oh, that's interesting. I have to look that up.
Yeah, just to hear it again right quick. So when you hear that, help is on the way.
What a good guy.
What? Good God.
Well, hopefully you can hear it when they're digging.
Yeah. Let's see. Did I have it yesterday? Some I was saving just for Jeff. If I can find it real fast. Let's see. Yesterday's. It was. Might have been Wednesday. It's one of the last 2 days. All right, I'll look for it in a few minutes. All right, let's keep the ball rolling, as they say. Okay. You ever go to Starbucks?
No, I don't.
Never been to Starbucks.
Well,
I'm a coffee drinker like you.
But I don't go regularly, no. Do we have one here in Pinehurst? Whispering Pine? Southern Pine?
Yeah, just look for the long line in the street.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's over there in front of TJ Maxx.
That would be the reason I'm not going in there.
Well, if you've ever gone to Starbucks and wondered whether the barista is secretly judging you based on your order, the answer is
yes.
Yes. But here are some tips to follow so that that doesn't happen. First, stay with your order in the right sequence. Say your order in the right sequence. The first thing you should tell the cashier is the drink size and whether you want it hot or iced.
Okay.
Since they write the order details on your cup. They can't write anything until they know the right size cup to write it on.
There you go.
And, of course, as I found out a couple of weeks ago, the cups have names, too. It's not small, medium, large.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Macchia or Venti and something.
Well, the large is, I mean, the small is called a grande? No, not a grande.
I don't know.
I forgot. Grande is the medium. Venti is the large.
Yeah.
And he had kind of like a reverse name for the small. I forgot. Anyway, tip number 2, don't order the secret menu. Secret menu items are usually special orders that customers have invented and require more work for the employees. They make it for you, but just to be sure you know exactly what goes in it and be willing to pay for all the extra ingredients. Don't try to be funny with your name. Don't tell them your name is something ridiculous like Bernie 2020 or the dude.
Burn.
So they have to shout it out. They don't want to do it, and other people waiting for their drinks don't want to hear it. Don't hover and ask, is this mine? Unless you need to get the barista's attention for some reason, step back from the pickup counter and ask them if something is, and don't ask them if something is your drink, since they weren't the ones who took the order. Look at the cup. And lastly, use the mobile app. You can do all your customizations yourself, and even if they do judge you on your order, you're basically staying anonymous.
Yeah.
Who knew? You knew there'd be an app somewhere.
Well, I take my personal cup. I tell them to fill it up. I don't clean it. I don't worry about anybody stealing it or wanting a drink out of it. And that's it. No additives.
And that would be a large?
That would be a fill it up.
All right. Let's see here. All right. Things we need to know today so we don't sound stupid. We hate that when that happens. Samsung rolled out its new phone. It's called the Fold. I guess it's Samsung 10 that they're on.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a foldable phone that you can use folded up or open it for a bigger screen. Pretty much a phone that opens into a tablet. You can get one starting April 26th if you want to pony up just under $2,000.
No, I don't.
Oh, boy, let me go get in the line now.
I'll get it right after I get my coffee.
So you have something to read while you sip your coffee. Oh, you don't have Wi-Fi in here? You cheap people. The Monkees bass player, Peter Tork, remember him?
Oh, I do. Yes, I do.
He died after a long battle with tongue cancer.
Tongue cancer. Huh.
He was 77. We just had a story this week where somebody, they made a tongue for themselves. They had tongue cancer too and had to take the tongue out. And I'm trying to remember where they got the parts for the tongue. Maybe it was the leg or something. I forgot.
Well, some muscle and skin. So
yeah, and
makes sense.
I read so many stories, I can't remember them all, but I remember the tongue transplant.
Huh.
And I went, and they had the girl talking on the audio. So I said, well, that's pretty good that she can form all those words.
Yeah. Huh.
You know, I thought the best she'd be able to do would be, and she could only taste through the roof of her mouth.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, too. Yeah.
CNN says the Mueller report is going to be released next week. I believe the president's out of the country on a summit then, isn't he?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Kim Jong.
Yeah, that's exactly it. All right.
Yeah. So while he's in Vietnam dealing with that, then they sneak the Mueller report out.
Right.
To take away from that thunder.
Yeah.
CBS is seriously considering moving anchor Norah McDonald to the prime time news desk.
I have no clue who she is.
She's just another liberal newsreader.
Right. Yeah, interchangeable.
A Boeing Dreamliner hit a nice patch of jet stream the other day and reached a speed of 801 miles per hour.
Wow.
I'm surprised it didn't rip it apart. That's faster than the speed of sound. Be a lot of buildup of shockwave on the wing.
Yeah, there is.
I guess they're made to take it. San Diego Padres team store started selling Manny Machado jerseys. He's the one who got the $300 million contract.
Yep, sure did.
But the team hasn't made it official yet that he's going to be there, so they pulled the jerseys off the shelf. And the insane rumor mill has it that Russell Wilson's going to be traded to the New York Giants. Yeah. So I guess that's it for
I'm not holding my breath.
Peyton Manning's
Eli
Manning's career.
Well, poor old Russell Wilson will be he'll have a good reason to run in New York.
Well, we're going to find out. And a study says eating nuts is tied to a lower heart disease risk for diabetics.
Yep, read that.
Today's impossible question, Jeff. There are two jobs where 95% of the workforce is female. One is a kindergarten teacher. What is the other?
Kindergarten teacher, probably some kind of nurse. I'm not sure.
Well, you're on the right trail. Is not a nurse, though.
Oh, a doctor of some kind?
No. Dental hygienist.
Dental hygienist. Okay. Well, yeah. All right. Healthcare.
The average woman waits 4 months before telling someone they what?
No clue.
Love them.
Oh, all right.
According to a survey, the first thing people notice about a messy house is what?
The rugs.
The smell.
The smell.
Taking off these as soon as you get home could help you lose weight.
Taking off these could help you lose weight. Your shoes.
Yeah, right. Don't know how that works.
Well, if you have to walk across all the crumbs on the carpet, you're less likely to go back for more.
Or walk on the cold kitchen floor going to the refrigerator. On average, parents will argue with each other over child raising how many times a month?
A month?
You got grown kids. How many times you argue a month about it when you were raising them? You were deployed.
I'm probably not a good example for this one. Two.
Mama had a monopoly.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. 2 times a month.
8 times a month.
8.
According to a recent survey, over 40% of us eat this when we're angry.
Chocolate.
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Chocolate ice cream.
66% of women still clean, even though their husbands say what?
The house is clean enough.
They've already done it.
Oh, they've already done it. Oh, well, I've never fallen into that trap.
I know a lady lady one time that, as a kid, she liked, of course, all kids like their parents, I guess. And her dad was outside washing the car, and she wanted to help, so she stood down one side of the car.
Right.
And it bothered her many years later that her father came behind her and soaked it down again before rinsing it off, as though she couldn't do it. And after I got to know about her, she couldn't.
You got to take care of those streaks.
And here's one I could have told you for free. A survey by Wakefield Research. They paid a bunch of sociologists for this, probably with your hard-earned tax money, to reveal that 56.5% of men say this makes them more social.
Alcohol.
Yeah, beer.
Beer, okay.
Yeah. So, okay, let's try something else with you. We're going to go, you're pretty much up on the news and everything. So
although I didn't read it this morning.
So let's try hole in the headline. Well, this was written last night, so it doesn't have anything in today's news.
Okay.
New reports say that the blank of 7 million Americans are at least 90 days late.
Taxes.
Car payments.
Car payments.
New Jersey becomes the first state to allow blank on the Oscars.
New Jersey becomes the first to allow blank on the Oscars?
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue what that would be.
Betting.
Oh, betting.
I never said these were easy.
That didn't even make sense.
Well, these were actual headlines and
bet on the Oscars.
After heated argument, Miranda Lambert dumped blank on women in restaurant.
Water.
Salad.
Salad.
Would you like some water with that salad? New study says we are blank at age 16 and age 70.
16 and 70. What are you? Ignorant.
Happiest.
Happiest.
A new book claims 80% of blank are gay. That was a big one in the news.
I didn't read that.
Vatican priest.
Oh, I actually did read that,
Yep.
and I put it immediately out of my head.
Doctors asking blank to quit allowing fake vaxxer information. Is that right? VAXXCR, anti-vaxxer.
I don't know.
I don't even know what that is.
Have to look
Facebook's the answer. New study says drinking 2 or more blank increases your chances of heart attack.
2 or more increase coffee.
Diet drinks.
Diet drinks, yeah.
Reportedly, we don't know who Drake is. He's some rapper. Former Congresswoman blank was released from federal prison. Congressman, I should say.
Oh, congressman. Oh, I'm terrible with names. I did read that, though.
The wiener is loose.
Wieners, yeah.
Anthony
right,
Weiner.
Yeah.
A new study says blank is to blame for rise in people believing the earth is flat.
I don't know. Flat earthers, man.
We read this on this program.
Did you?
YouTube. All right. Well, you listen to advertising or watch advertising on TV like everybody else. So we're going to do what we call slogans off. What this is, all these advertising companies, big corporations, they spend a gazillion amount of dollars to drive their punchline into your head so that it sticks. So you will think of them every time you hear that punchline. So first we have old ones, and then we have more modern ones. First we're going to do the old ones, which are usually easier.
Maybe.
We'll see if we get them right. You sank my battleship.
Oh, well, that was the game,
Yeah.
Battleship.
See how easy that was?
Oh, yeah, sure. I played that game.
Time to make the... let me say it right. Time to make the donuts.
Duncan.
It does a body good.
I've heard it, and it's not coming to me.
Then they did a lousy job of advertising, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Clap on, clap off.
Oh, that was the light switch thing. Yeah.
The clapper.
Clapper, yeah.
Yeah. And you can't beat the feeling.
Can't beat the feeling. Nope.
Actually, that was the giant Coca-Cola. Who did a poor job of beating it into my head. All right, here are the modern ones. Let's see if you know these. These are tough. Real tough. All right, the first one. Together is beautiful.
Together is beautiful. Nope.
Again, it's Coca-Cola's newest one.
Coca. I don't. Okay.
Watch like a fan.
Oh, watch like a fan. I have heard that, but I don't know.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Experience amazing, and I'll give you a hint as the car.
Experience amazing. Well, it's probably Mercedes, but they don't deserve to use that.
Lexus.
They don't deserve it either.
Today's the Daisy. You'll never get this. Daisy cottage cheese or would you have gotten it?
No.
Because your cat is wild inside.
Oh, that's cat food, but I don't.
Blue Wilderness.
Blue Wilderness, yeah.
Cat food. Yep, that's that. All right. We won't torture him with trivia yet. Hard trivia. Let's do our rim shots for today. Get these. Let me get my little drum ready. Get it ready to go. There we go. All right, rim shots for today. I got to clear some things off on my desktop so I can get to things. Now it will actually make sense. This year's Oscars nominees will receive a swag bag. How much do you think that swag bag's worth?
Oh, boy, the last time I heard it was like $25,000, and that was years ago. So it must
$100,000.
$100,000, yeah, I believe it.
I'd just like to be a presenter to get one.
Jeez.
But their biggest reward remains not having to sit through Kevin Hart, I guess. But Chicago police say that Jesse Smollett staged an attack on himself because he was dissatisfied with his salary on Empire. Hope he'll be happy with his new salary, $0. Chris Hemsworth will star in a movie about Hulk Hogan. Producers have already provided Hemsworth with a shirt-ripping coach. Blake China and Soulja Boy have broken up after dating for a couple of weeks. Or as Ariana Grande put it, they ended a long-term relationship. Avengers Endgame will be Gwyneth Paltrow's final Marvel movie, which means Robert Downey Jr.'s love interest will go back to being himself. Miranda Lambert kept her new marriage a secret for almost a month. She married a cop. But trust me, once they split up, we'll hear about it on her next 47 albums. Nike stock fell after Duke University basketball player Zion Williamson injured his knee when his Nike shoes split in pieces.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah. Nike promised to find and then fire the 9-year-old China person who is in charge of quality controls. By the way, thorough Chicago police claim Williamson may have been staged the whole thing. So, see how they don't ever take anybody serious now anymore?
Right. True. He hurt his knee. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, well, his whole foot went through the end of his shoe, and how bizarre was that? Can you do me a favor and close that door right now?
Yep.
Because the workers have come in and they're making a racket. They forget we have live radio here. The Mueller probe weigh in next week, or as the employment of 750 MSNBC and CNN commentators who have speculated daily for almost 2 years on the Mueller probe. They'll all be unemployed. The world's largest bee has been discovered. It's generating a ton of buzz. Samsung just unveiled a $2,000 foldable phone. Samsung, sign me up, replied no one who's ever heard of an iPhone. Well, you know the foldable iPhone is coming, and it'll be $3,000.
Right, yeah.
And the iPhone people will gladly pay the price. Just to say it. I have an iPhone foldable, and you don't. A Florida mayor fired a gun. It's a SWAT team that was trying to serve him with a warrant. And in the process, he officially earned the title of most distinguished politician in Florida history. And a new survey found 2/3 of men say they've been dreaming about their wedding since they were little kids. And ever since their wedding day, 2/3 of the men say they've been dreaming about being single again. Just saying. All right, let's do everybody's favorite part of the program. The half hour goes by real fast.
No, it does.
I don't know when you're in here.
And now it's time.
No, I don't want that. Don't want that. My bad. We won't. If it'll get it up here, come on, play radio with me. There we go.
And now it's time for random facts. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, now random facts for today, and maybe a spare. If I can get on the right page of stuff here, it would really help. Where'd you go? There it is, complete sheet. All right, here we go, random facts. The original name for candy corn in the 1880s was chicken feed. 4 out of every 5 things on sale at Trader Joe's are one of their own brands. When L. Frank Baum was writing The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, he got the name Oz from his filing cabinet. One drawer was A to G, one was H to N, and the other was O to Z. Thus Oz. The movie Babe has 48 different pigs to play Babe, and one anatomic one. And Abraham Lincoln was the first president to be born outside the original colonies.
Yeah.
Where was he born?
Kentucky.
That's right. Bingo. Says the history major. Now you study a lot of Civil War and Revolutionary. You all study Revolutionary War stuff too?
Certain aspects of it, yes.
There's a group. There's a group around here that gets together once a month.
Yeah, we have a Civil War roundtable. Usually the third Thursday of the month. We meet over at the Civic Club in Southern Pines. So, if you're interested, give a call or send an email, and we can give you the information.
You have favorite teams, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Well, when your favorite team wins, you didn't actually contribute to the win, right?
I do, yeah. I'm not that bad.
Even if you wore your lucky socks or held your breath and so forth. But even though we have literally nothing to do with the team's performance, we sure feel like we do. According to a new study, when your favorite team wins a big game, it gives you a big boost of confidence for up to 2 entire days. But there's also good news for if your team loses, that won't affect your self-esteem.
Right.
So basically, if your team wins, it's good for your...
Yeah, we won those bums.
Yeah.
That's right.
And, I say to people, they're Carolina fans, they're Duke fans. I say, did you go to those schools? No. Well... what makes you a fan? Anyway, and why do we like you watch the Super Bowl or a big game, football game, rivalry games particularly, and you sit there and you get all emotional, or yay, or whatever, and you win and you feel so good. Why? Because you didn't have a damn thing to do with it, with that win.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know.
It's just the way we're wired?
Yeah, people like to have something to cheer about, relax with, kind of forget all the the political garbage. That's why I think you took a big dump with the NFL a couple of years ago.
All right. Well, so it goes for this Friday and this week. Have yourself a great, safe weekend. We'll see you back bright and early Monday morning for a mundane Monday. Until then, be sure to support all the mom and pop businesses that you hear on our airways, because they are the backbone of our economy here in Ward County. Your money will stay here, roll over, and create jobs for all of us. And don't forget, millions of Americans have fought and they have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. So live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams and the Leader Man, and Nick and Colt the Dog will see you at the Drizzly Dog Park this afternoon at 2.
ਢਿੱਡ ਭਰ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਦੇਖ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਦੇਖ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਯਾਰਾ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਦੀ ਦੋ ਨਾਲ ਕੁਝ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਢਿੱਡ ਭਰ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਦੇਖ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਦੇਖ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਯਾਰਾ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਦੀ ਦੋ ਨਾਲ ਕੁਝ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਢਿੱਡ ਭਰ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਦੇਖ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਦੇਖ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਯਾਰਾ ਕੋਲੋਂ